Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 21st Audit Competition, Conference, Trainee, Seminar, and Company Visit ATV, the biggest and the oldest international skill auditor held by students in Indonesia. Now, as your Master of Ceremony, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dyah, and it is my pleasure to accompany you through this seminar. This seminar was held in accordance with the health protocols ordered by the government. First of all, let us give thanks for the presence of God. Because of His grace, we can gather in good conditions, even though we can't meet in person because of COVID-19. We would also like to thank the sponsors, Henry, Himalaya, Jekyll, Institute of Internal Auditors, and our official venue partner, Connex, who have supported us in making this event possible. Before we proceed, I would like to invite everyone to stand up to sing the national anthem Indonesia Raya. Thank you, please sit back. For today's seminar, we carry the theme Future Auditors Revolutionizing Remote Auditing Through the Implementations of Augmented Intelligence. This seminar will discuss the effect of augmented intelligence in remote auditing processes that have been running all over the world, including Indonesia. And we hope that this seminar would provide great comprehension about how AI would affect the remote auditing process in the future. The e-certificate will be given to participants who have registered before the event and fill out the feedback form on the day of the event. The feedback form link will be distributed through Zoom chat and YouTube chat at the end of the seminar. Before going further, I would like to inform you the agenda for today's seminar. The first is opening, the second is speech from Mr. Sami Rifki, known as the Vice President at ISACA, Information System Audit and Control Association, Casablanca. The third is speech from Mr. Rizky Damir Mustika, the partner at Sukimto & Rekan as the remote auditing speaker. The fourth is speech from Mr. Andri Apriana, Associate Director at Deloitte Indonesia as the AI speaker. The fifth is speech from Mr. Bahtiar Arif, Secretary General of the Audit Board of the Republic of Indonesia as the external auditor speaker. The seventh is question and answer session, and the last is closing. Without further ado, let's open today's event by praying to God. Next, we're going to the next event, which is the speech from Mr. Sami Rifki. To Mr. Sami Rifki, I invite you to deliver your presentation.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining this session. I would like to thank the Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Indonesia and the 21st ETV Audit for inviting me for this session of the international seminar on remote auditing. Just a few words about myself before we begin. My name is Sami Rifki. I am Vice President of ISACA Casablanca chapter in Morocco. I have more than 18 years of experience in fields of IT auditing, risk management, and GRC solutions in industrial and financial sector, especially banking sector. I had the opportunity to contribute to some digital transformation in IT audit and GRC through implementation of several software solutions. So our session today we will discuss the remote auditing and how digital transformation could help auditors to work and perform their audit remotely. As you know, the COVID-19 pandemic is changing the world, and it's changing the way we work, and possibly forever. So before the virus spread across the world, many organizations never considered the possibility of having to work remotely for their entire staff and for extended amount of time. as auditors, we are also impacted by this situation. Why? Because our work, in our work, we spend a lot of time interviewing, testing, documenting, interviewing. As you now require face-to-face with auditees, testing involve reviewing documents, confidential information, etc. So the remote auditing is a difficult way to be handled by auditors. Let's move to our first part, and we will talk about the key consideration in remote auditing and also some tips and guide on how to use remote auditing. So first, let's talk about some consideration for remote auditing. We will try in this part to highlight things to be considered based on lessons learned from many companies that have tried remote audits as part of their response to present in this session. Knowing that this is a recorded session, you have here my email. I'll be more than happy to answer any question, any request. So feel free to reach out to me, and thank you again. Bye-bye, and wish you good luck. Bye-bye.
Thank you to Mr. Sami Rifki for the clear and insightful presentation. It is now time for the main session of our seminar, but before that, I would also like to mention that every question for the speakers can be asked through the Q&A button in the Zoom meeting, accompanied by the name, origin of the institution, and the name of the intended speaker. And for participants who are watching in YouTube, you can post the question on the comment section. Without further ado, we are pleased to invite Mr. Damir Mustika as the speaker of remote auditing to deliver your presentation.
To present this topic for the remote auditing. Okay. First of all, before I begin, since I am a partner from a CPA firm, maybe my presentation is mostly from the point of view of an external auditor regarding the remote auditing. Okay. I will begin. Mr. Muhammad Abdil, please confirm whether my presentation is already visible or not.
Yes, your presentation is already visible, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, so in this topic, I want to bring out the subsection of the remote auditing strategy consideration in performing audit of financial statement. Actually, the terms of remote auditing is not only for the audit of financial statement, but in this topic, I want to focusing on the audit of the financial statement. Okay, first of all, before we go through with the term of remote auditing, I want to share a little regarding what is auditing. Actually, the auditing is a process to determine whether recorded information is properly reflects the economic events that occurred during the accounting period. So, from the point of view of auditor is not a part of management that area. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I give the time back to Mr. Muhammad Abdil. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Next, I'm going to invite Mr. Andri Apriana as the speaker of AI to deliver your presentation.
This morning, good morning, everyone. So, in my part, I will share with you around the future of audit in the age of human and machine collaboration using AI. AI here is artificial intelligence. Yeah. So before I'm going to the main topics of the conversation, I will share with you the most important measurement in prediction. Yeah. In the prediction world, there's what we call as a confusion matrix. Yeah. To measure the quality of the algorithm. So actually there's two approach in analyzing data. The first one is using statistical approach, and the second one is using algorithmic approach. Yeah, that currently is known as a backbone of every algorithm in artificial intelligence methodology. So in this confusion metric, usually there will be predicted class and actual class. Yeah. So if we predict something will happen positive and the actual class is also happening positive, it will be true positive. But there's two error that we need to carefully assess. Yeah. The first one is type 1 error that we predicted something is happening, but actually not happening process. I think that's all from me, Pak Abdil.
Lastly, we are pleased to invite Mr. Bahtiar Arif as the speaker of external auditor to deliver your presentation.
Of this seminar. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Today, and it is an honor for me to have this great opportunity to share the audit board of the Republic of Indonesia, or the Indonesian Supreme Audit Institution, to share perspective as external auditor with regard to the augmented intelligence implementation and how it may change ways we have been conducting in our audit profession. Is it clear, my voice?
Very clear, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And for the next slide, please. We have a very broad theme to cover in our discussion today. And we just heard about the practical and development of AI at the Deloitte, the big accounting firm. And let's start from the what we have conducted and developed in terms of the artificial intelligence and also the augmented intelligence at the audit board of the Republic of Indonesia. And we would like to see if we can agree on these two concepts. Next slide, please. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, the term of the augmented intelligence and artificial intelligence could be very similar, and the term of the augmented intelligence perhaps less familiar than the artificial intelligence. So we are familiar with the artificial intelligence and less familiar with the augmented intelligence. And before we discuss further on this topic, future, instead of replacing human auditors, the augmented intelligence enable auditors to augment their human capabilities, including skepticism, professional skepticism, and judgment. I thank you very much for the time and your kind attention.
Thank you to Mr. Rizky Damir, Mr. Andri Apriana, and also Mr. Bahtiar Arif for the insightful presentation and also for answering the questions. With the end of the series in today's seminar, the 21st ATV International Seminar has come to an end. The 21st ATV is in collaboration with Deloitte Indonesia, Ernst & Young Indonesia, XCMG Indonesia, Grant Thornton Indonesia, and ACCA Indonesia. Also, we would like to thank our sponsors, Henry, Himalaya, Jekyll, Institute of Internal Auditors, and our official fan partner, Connects, who have supported us in making this event possible. We would like to give thanks to all of the speakers who have given us broad knowledge and new perspective, and thank you to all the participants for joining our seminar. I also want to remind the participants to fill the feedback form through the link distributed on the Zoom chat and YouTube chat to get the e-certificate. I sincerely apologize for any inconveniences or miswording throughout the event. We hope today's seminar has been inspiring and educational to each and every one of you. And that's all from me. My name is Dyah. Thank you and see you.